Hi, my name is Ann Trackman with Ford Motor Company. The purpose of this video is to discuss the 5 key drivers and how it will help you sell more cars and trucks at your dealership. In addition, we'll also cover the surveys that Ford Motor Company sends to your internet leads and how you track against those surveys as it relates to the 5 key drivers. At Ford, we understand that our greatest asset is you, so we hope that you find this video useful in selling more vehicles.
Hi, this is Tom with the Ford Digital team. I'm sitting here with Adriana. She's enjoying free internet access and a latte. And while she's surfing the net, I bet she's looking at Facebook, maybe trying to buy a new pair of sandals, chatting up with some friends. So Adriana, what are you actually doing?
Well, Tom, since this video is about selling cars, I'm going to be saying that I'm looking for a new car.
Well, that makes perfect sense. Now, I bet you're trying to find like a soccer mom-mobile to get the kids back and forth to soccer practice?
Or a new Mustang 5.0.
Okay, or a new Mustang 5.0. Now, I see you found one there and it looks awfully cute. I bet you like it because it's red.
No, it's actually because it's 412 horsepower.
Or 412 horsepower. Every month, Ford Motor Company gets millions of visitors. Besides that, people look at websites like Kelley Blue Book and Edmunds. Now, what most people do is they'll get their information, find their local dealer, and simply walk into the showroom. But a handful of those people send a request online. Your dealership gets that request as a lead. Now, Ford Motor Company and their partner Ford Direct generate about 170,000 leads every month and send them to their local dealers. So Adriana, how hard was it to get the information you were looking for?
It's easy. Look, I found what I wanted. Now I send a few lines of information, hit this button that says get quote here, and I'm done. Now let's see what they come back with.
Now that she hit the button, what does she want? What's it going to take to get her from this coffee shop to your showroom? So you ask 100 shoppers what they want, you'll probably get 100, maybe 1,000 different answers. The trick is, what do they have in common? After a customer submits a lead, what are their expectations? If you can meet or exceed those expectations, you have a better chance of selling them a new car or truck. So they can better understand an internet customer's expectation, Ford has hired a company called MorePace. They survey every customer that submits a lead through the Ford and Ford Direct channel. Only about 10 to 13% of those customers take the time to fill out that survey. But when you consider that Ford Direct and Ford generate over 170,000 leads, the numbers really do add up. MorePace receives about 20,000 surveys every month. Ford Motor Company takes that data and they look at things like what competitive makes your customers are looking at. What are their buying habits? But most importantly, how do they perceive their experience at your dealership? Now, MorePace has been partnered with Ford since 1996. The internet's changed a lot since then. The speeds have gotten quicker. Social media has come along. And we've all just changed our buying habits slightly. But some things have remained constant. And those are the things that's important to the customers and their expectations. Let's step back for a minute and think of a common dealership sales process. Chances are you've got 10 or 12 steps to a sale. And the trick has always been this. Complete every step and you've got a much better chance of selling the customer a car. Miss a step and you have less of a chance. The 5 key drivers work the same way. By incorporating the 5 key drivers into your dealership's internet sales process, you've got a better chance of exceeding the customer's digital expectations and selling them a car. We'll show you later how the numbers bear this out. But right now, voiceover man, introduce to us the 5 key drivers.
Thanks, Tom. Hi, I'm Casey, and now it's time for the 5 key driver countdown. Coming in at number 1 is make direct contact. Number 2, show genuine interest. And let's not forget number 3, provide a price quote. And driver number 4, confirm vehicle availability. And last but not least, it's driver number 5, make multiple contacts. And there you have it, the 5 key drivers.
We're here at McCree Ford in Houston, Texas. We're going to hear from Dane Crow, the general sales manager. McCree Ford got serious about the internet just a few years ago, and now they're one of the leaders in the region. They integrated the 5 key drivers into their internet sales process, and it's helped them be successful. As we walk through each driver, we'll hear from Dane and help you have an understanding of how you can integrate the key drivers into your sales process.
The 5 key drivers on Ford's Z-Metrics report is a very important part of our process. Or I should say, it's become a very important part of our process. You know, when it was, when we were looking for the immediate sale, the quick internet sale to just be able to respond and try and sell a car, it wasn't something that we considered very strongly. But when we looked at those 5 key drivers and realized how important they are, just the basic part of what an internet consumer is looking for. They're looking for that constant follow-up. They're looking for that human touch, that personalization that lets them know they're not just an email address out there that's getting a price. The 5 key drivers add the consumer engagement and the dealership engagement in that process, and actually make it a relationship building experience as opposed to just emailing back and forth. And once you realize the importance of those 5 key drivers, it can take your internet process a long way. For a long time, that wasn't an important part of what we did, and our consultant Jason came in and made us realize that how important it is, and how the people look at it, and it's just they're basic questions that you'd ask for in any relationship.
Okay, Tom, let's start off with driver number 1, make direct contact. Let's hear from Dane as they talk about how they ensure their customers receive contact.
I think a lot of people are responding nowadays by a simple a form email, the autoresponder. The people that are dedicated, I think, are taking that extra step, going beyond. They're putting in a personalized response and then following that up with either a phone call or a text. Text is something new that we're experimenting with a little bit right now. I don't have, we haven't made up our mind either way as far as to make it a part of our process, but the personalized phone call is very important. Taking that extra step to get the extra information, but preparing them when you send the initial response, the personalized email response, that you will be following up with them, and then following up with them after that is a very important part of our process.
Driver number 2 is showing genuine interest, but is answering the customer's question really enough? Let's hear from Dane as he talks about how their internet department goes the extra mile.
Showing a genuine interest in the customer is very important, and it can be as simple as actually responding with information to questions that they ask. So often we get so sidetracked that they can send us a lead and all we do is send them a price and on the exact vehicle they're looking for, while they might have additional questions. And just taking the time to analyze what they're asking for, to address the questions that they want answered, to the questions they have in their mind on the vehicle is very important. And taking that extra step, we're very fortunate at this dealership. We have a lot to offer in the way of some extra perks to a customer, and letting them know that we have features such as Owners for Loaners, that we're willing to do the one little extra thing that makes that difference with the customer, that puts a little bit of the personality and the human element into the internet transaction.
Driver 3 is send a direct price quote, but I was told never send a price to a customer until they tell you they're ready to buy today. Let's hear what McCree Ford's learned about sending a direct price quote, and how doing so helps you not keep the customer away, but bring them into your dealership.
Sending the customer a price quote is a very important part of the first response. That is the information the customer is looking for. The pricing information on a vehicle is available to them out there on the internet. They know what it is. They're trying to get a good idea on how much you're willing to work with them as a customer. Whether they're sending that lead to one dealer or to 3 different dealers, it gives them an idea of just how much you're willing to work with them. But pricing isn't the only part of that first response. It's the other information, the other value you have to offer as a dealer that's important to add in there. Because in their mind, if you can show that value, that equals a part of the pricing, and that can take away some of the sting of the pricing.
Think about your dealer website. The most visited part is the inventory section. More than the specials, more than the payment estimator, more than the trade-in. Customers want to know before they come down you have a vehicle that's right for them. Let's hear how McCree Ford not only confirms availability, but also offers alternatives to make sure that they follow through on step number 4.
Confirming the vehicle availability is a very important part of the transaction with the customer. It's important to let them know that that specific vehicle that they were looking for is there and available to them, whether immediately or it's on its way in. or it has been sold and we can order it for you at a, maybe a discounted price, something we're willing to work with. But another nice part about being able to set up that email is that what we're working towards right now is sending customers options. Customers like options, whether it's financing options, vehicle options. Once you have a good baseline idea of what they're looking for, say they're looking for a nice loaded F-150, you send them another option on a nice XLT F-150 that's similar in color, and send them a certified pre-owned option as well. It's a great option for customers, and they like having choices. Options are great, and customers really appreciate it.
Remember earlier when we met Adriana and she was looking for a new Mustang? Adriana may be days, weeks, or months away from buying a vehicle. That's why driver number 5, making multiple contacts, is very important. McCree Ford's learned that it's not about keeping up with a customer for a few days, a few weeks, or even a few months. They stay on top of their customers for many months. Let's hear Dane talk about how that pays off for them.
Follow up with the customers is the critical part of any internet department. It's easy for anybody to send out an autoresponder or just a personalized response and follow up a day later with a phone call or whatever the process is. But so many customers are doing so much research on what they're going to purchase that probably a third to a fourth of what we sell every month are sales that are over 180 days. And if there's some slip up in the campaign or slip up with your process, those customers get out of sight, out of mind. You stop, communicating with them. Somebody else is, you're done. They want constant communication. They want to be in touch with the person that they're relying on for that information. It doesn't matter. It's important that you have a consumer tracking tool, but even if you don't, you've got to have some process for long-term follow-up, because without it, you're losing those immediate sales. Instant gratification isn't a part of the internet buyers vocabulary. They're looking, they're the investigative type of person who is going to be shopping for the information, shopping for the right person to start building that relationship with. So long-term follow-up is definitely a critical part of our process.
So, just how big of a deal are the 5 key drivers? Don't take my word for it. I'm just a guy with a camera and a microphone. Numbers don't lie. So the number crunchers at Ford did some research. They compared customers who could say yes to at least 4 out of the 5 key drivers to customers who couldn't. And here's what they found. If your customers felt like they had received at least 4 out of the 5 key drivers, they're twice as likely to buy a vehicle. The key drivers are the roadmap to success to handling internet leads. The numbers don't lie. So do you like to know how you're doing with the 5 key drivers? The individual survey results are posted at fmcdealer.com. At this time, Fancy Voiceover Guy will tell you how to get your individual dealership results.
No problem, Tom. Simply log in to FMC Dealer. On the left-hand side, you're going to see Lead Management and Reporting. Underneath Lead Management and Reporting, click on E-Business Metrics. Within E-Business Metrics, you'll see the Lead Management Overview Report, Lead Response Time Report, Lead Details Report, Lead Management Lead Map, and the E-Commerce Elite.
So today we've introduced to you the 5 key drivers. We've demonstrated how they can impact the results you get with internet leads. We've explained to you the process Ford uses to survey internet customers. Finally, we've shown you where to go to get those results of those surveys. So we're back with Adriana. She's waiting to hear back from your dealership. Now keep this in mind, her perception is reality. No different than someone that walks into your showroom floor. If you exceed her expectations, you have a better chance of selling Adriana a car. Fall short, she's a click away from the competition. Adriana, how's it going?
Good, I changed my mind. I want black.
She wants black. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.